Hello,
Yes, hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
very good afternoon. This is our second class, I believe, right?
Yes,
Okay, you look a bit lean than what I saw you the last time. Are you on diet?
not really. Is it so? I don't really think so, but yeah, maybe you can say somewhat. So it's been a
So, how
month or
is
two.
life treating you?
Hey, it's going well. Yeah, but from the we met first time. I skip breakfast nowadays. I go out for only lunch and dinner. So maybe that's why. And second thing, it's summer now, so I'm only putting on this t-shirt. So, but when I had a session with you, it was cold. So yeah.
Don't don't overdo it, otherwise you look, emaciated. Okay, so Ashutosh, I don't remember what we discussed the last time.
hmm
Let's start with what is your idea of perfect happiness?
What is my idea of perfect happiness?
Yeah.
So, what I think about happiness is all about enjoying what you do. And happiness is something which we can't buy from money because nowadays we see people are busy in just working day and night, and they think by buying material things they can get happiness. But I don't really think so. By just getting those things, they can get comfort, but they can't get happiness. So idea of getting happiness by purchasing a lot of material things is not really good in my perception. So happiness is all about you enjoy doing whatever you do and you don't expect a lot of things out of it. So you enjoy the process, whatever it is. So and being a human, it's really common that ups and downs would be there in your life for sure. So you can't expect happiness always in your life.
Very nicely put, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, there was a famous author, Oscar Wilde. He
Mhm.
once said, if you identify, if you want to identify a particular human being, give him a mask. Do you agree with that philosophy?
So what's that? Can you repeat, please?
If
If
you
you
want
want
to
to
identify a human being, give him a mask.
give him a mask.
I mean, that's a kind of an allegorical thing. Like if a person knows that he won't be identified, then
Mhm.
all his instincts will come blazing out. So do you agree with this statement?
I can't.
Do you
Uh,
still think that we have got animalistic instincts in us? We all have animalistic instincts in us.
Yes, of course, we are social animals, so for sure it would be there. But as we are the intellectual, creatures on this planet, so we can do more than just animals as well. Just we do four things like animals do as well. That is what I'll say, the defending, mating, sleeping, eating. We do the same like animals. But as like the statement, I can agree a little bit with that. Of course, partially I can agree that if you are giving mass to someone, and so he'll not go for his own the identity too much. Nowadays, the people they are running towards like their own fame, and they want their name. So that's how it is. Once you become normal and ordinary, so you will treat people normally. But once you get higher position, then you think like you are better than others. So you treat others in just the changes manner. When you are thinking that we are normal and it's fine, then we treat in a normal way. But once I think like I'm better than you, then always I'm going to treat you in a wrong way. So,
Okay. If my memory serves me right, last time you told me that you are into spiritualism and also in philosophy, right? So,
yeah, a
what are
little
the
bit.
things that you have learned? What are the things that you have learned, and what are the fine tunings you have done in yourself?
Yeah, the same thing. The statement goes same like what you said. The you told me about that. philosophy and statement given by that. So the same when you treat, like, you don't go for your own things. So what is my, like, we have to treat ourselves, not like, the, like, behalf of body. Like, we should go for the soul, and soul is all about internationalism or all the planet. Like, it's not all about even human as well, it's all about animals or whatever we have on this planet. So what I have developed, I'm trying to understand in only like few months, but I want to simplify those things, and I want to go for the necessities, not desiring a lot of things, because there is no end to it. And as I already said, that things can give me comfort but they can't give me happiness. So I want to have a good connection with human beings and people, so I can understand their pain, I can understand their things, and if I am able to give them solutions, somehow I can give them. So yeah.
So Ashutosh, you can ask me questions. I'm doing the questioning all the time. Now you can ask me questions.
Yeah, so yes, sir, for sure. So what about you? What's your concept of happiness? What do you think, like, you are, like, really experienced, the way more experienced than me. So what have you understood through the happiness, like the concept of happiness till now?
Well, let me tell you, I live in the moments like a child and I find wonders in very small things. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my primary source of happiness is that when I get a good book and when I'm reading it, that is my primary source of happiness. Second, I'm a movie buff. If I watch a good movie or a web series, I feel very happy. So these are the two things I really enjoy that most. And third, of course, if I get, earn a little bit more than the usual, it gives me, happiness.
Okay, that's great. But yeah, as you said, like, the same point of time, if you don't get time to do all those things, which you said, like reading books and watching movies, then how would you feel?
I won't really feel very happy because
Mm-hmm.
these are the two sources that really keep me occupied, that keep my mind at its best.
Mm-hmm.
When I read, because from my childhood I'm doing this thing, this is my only entertainment in life. When I read, I touch the characters, I feel the characters, I walk with them, I do the things that they do. So it's a kind of dedication that I put in because this is my entertainment. If I can't do it, I won't really be a very happy individual. That's for sure.
So yeah, yes. What was your profession? Like, you have been a teacher, like, beginning since beginning of your
No, no,
career.
no. I was into BPO
Mhm.
industry for many years, and they put me into US process in 2009, and I was not really very happy with that because they put me into a
Yeah,
graveyard
that's what
shift.
I'm asking. So yeah, because when you were in that process, was it easy for you to get the time and do all these things, whatever you wanted to?
Yes, I used to do at the weekends because I was never really a very social animal.
Mm-hmm.
But not a misanthropist. But I was not really a social animal.
Mm-hmm.
I was always economical of words, even in my workplace, and that really helped me to get less promotion than what I deserved. So, I left the job. I started teaching, but initially, it was done just with the intention to earn. Let's put it bluntly, to earn.
Mm-hmm.
I was not sure
Okay.
that I am really cut out for this job. But
Mm-hmm.
slowly and steadily, I really started enjoying it. I love it. This is my vocation, come a vocation.
Uh-huh. That's what I said. Nowadays, what is, like, yeah, we enjoy doing a lot of things, but due to this hustle culture or earning a lot of money, we don't get time for all those things. So only we get Sunday or Saturday, so we do our, like, household things. So we don't get time. I don't know, like, people do it, but if it is your passion and if you are enjoying it, you will find out time. Just, so that's how it is.
Look, if
So
people say
and
that they
second
don't
thing.
get time,
Mhm,
I'm sorry to interrupt. If people say that they
mhm.
don't get time, I think they're putting up a lame excuse. If you have the passion, you can find at least 30 minutes out of your busy schedule.
Mm. Yes, yes, exactly. So, like, what about the responsibilities? Once a person become responsible, like, about a lot of things related to family. Do you think like does it become difficult a bit more?
No,
So
it has
like
not
as
become
about
difficult for me.
myself, I'm a bachelor at this moment. So if I want, of course, like I like playing cricket, but living in the city, it's really difficult for me to go out and find 11 players and play cricket. So it's only there in my mind now. So that's how it is. So right now, even though I can think about it, once I have a family or maybe kids, maybe I'm sure that I wouldn't get that much time to think about all those things also because I would be
Well,
pretty
I
occupied.
am I'm not really in a different position than you because I'm a bachelor also. So I never really had that kind of responsibility. So
Mhm.
it was easy for me. Yes, definitely. What you are saying that once a person gets hitched up or gets choose an understanding with someone for the rest of his life, things get very difficult. I understand that, but even then, there are some friends of mine. They are also voracious readers. They still can manage time to read. But of course, you
Exactly.
need to be supported. You need to be supported by a like-minded partner.
Yes. And it depends, of course, like if I, about your family as well. If I would get a good person in my life, like, she would support me to do something, what my passion is, right? But sometimes it becomes really difficult if you're, like, the partner is not supporting you what you like to do, right? So that's what the
Then,
thing is. Okay.
then,
And
then
second
your
question,
life will dwindle down to mediocrity.
sorry, what?
I mean, if you don't get a like-minded partner, then your life will dwindle down to mediocrity. That
Yeah,
is
but
essential.
nowadays it's very difficult to get a like-minded partner, what I understood. So, exactly. So, it can be a disaster thing.
My blessings are with you. You'll get a like-minded partner. No worries.
Okay, thanks. So, okay, and another question to you, sir. Like, what about the ultimate goal of our life?
Look, let me tell you, I keep my life very simple. I never really bothered about my ambitions. It was not really I didn't have ambitions in my life, but when I got into a job, my first priority was whether I'm enjoying it or not, whether I'm cherishing it or not. If I'm not cherishing it, if I'm not enjoying, what's the point in doing such jobs? I got many big opportunities uh, from outside Bengal, but I did not take those opportunities because I cannot live outside my native place.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to be sentimental, but I'm not being sentimental. But here, I I won't be very useful living outside Bengal.
Yeah, I can relate to you, like, sir, because same for me. The people say, like, why can't you leave Kanpur and live in Lucknow or Delhi, maybe like South India, so you can get better opportunities for your profession or something. But I don't feel like going out. Like, why? Like, I would suffer a lot, cultural difference, and many things. So, the same thing, what the point you said, it becomes very difficult for me to do something which I don't enjoy. So, if I'm enjoying, I
Yes.
can do it day and night, but if I'm not enjoying it, becomes very difficult for me to do for family, for like your parents, your wife, your kids, and you're not enjoying it, and you are doing it for money to fulfill their desires. So how's that, even though you have the right to do something which you enjoy? So
No, no. What you're
you
doing is perfectly all right. If you're enjoying it, go on doing it. Yes, you can have a better career if you go to certain places, but at the end of the day, if you're not really happy with it, if you're not content with your life, what's the point of doing that? You may have a fat bank balance, but you need to be happy.
yeah. And second thing, sir, sometimes what happens, which we enjoy doing also, then sometimes also which we enjoy doing also, then also if we do that for a like continuous period and long period of time, does it happen like it happens with you sometimes? Like if I like playing cricket, okay, fine. I play cricket because I haven't been playing cricket for years now. So, but if I would play and play that again and again for 30 days, 40 days, at a some point of time, I would feel a little monotonous. I would like, to have some change in my schedule or I would do something else. So does it happen with you?
Uh, No, I'm too much into reading, you know. If I get out of reading, then I don't feel good
Yeah, so for
because
you, reading is like a lot, just every genre. Also, sometimes if you are reading something like fiction, okay, for 30 days, but at some point of time you would feel now you should go for non-fiction or you should go for
yeah,
something else.
that that
It
I
happened with
that
you.
I feel
I'm talking about the change.
that I feel
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
at present I'm reading a book written by Rabindranath Tagore's son.
Hmm.
I mean, it is a book which if I remember correctly about the name, I'm not really good at remembering names. It's Down on the Ages. Now that book was not available. Now when I went to book fair to Vishwaruti, luckily I managed to get my hand into that book, and there was only one book left,
Hmm.
and luckily I got it. And this is a kind of book which really helps you to enrich yourself. It's an
Hmm.
excellent book. I'm loving it. I'm loving every moment of it.
Hmm. Exactly. That's right, of course. Like what is happening nowadays with the youngsters, they're not into reading, and reading is something very difficult for me. Same for me. And I don't like reading basically, but I try to read nowadays at least for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. But when once you enjoy reading books, yeah, it becomes a whole world to you. You go very deep down in the characters, and you like so that's how I can understand whatever you are saying. So you have been reading since like many years. So for
Uh,
you, like it's
let's
everything.
say for the last 45 years, when I was 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old, the first book that I read, my brother really encouraged me to read that book. It was a revised version
Hmm.
because at the age of 7, I was not really qualified enough to read the original writing of Charles Dickens. It was a book
Hmm.
called A Tale of Two Cities.
Hmm.
And I still remember the way it starts, like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Excellent. Dickens is my favorite writer.
Hmm. And sometimes like does it happen with you like if you bought a book, okay, and you start reading, maybe at like after reading half of the book you would feel no, I'm not enjoying it, and you
Yes,
would go for
yes.
another one.
It happened with me once. I was
Only
reading a
one.
book of Gidi Maupassant.
Uh-huh.
I have never, excellent author he was. He was an excellent writer, but
Uh-huh.
the stories were so morbid, so depressive that I could not continue. I felt like I'll you know, turn into a mental patient because it was depression, depression, depression in all the stories, morbid.
Oh, it
So I
was
could not read
more
it.
negative, like, so you
Very,
were
very,
going
very.
very deep into like negative thoughts and
Yes. Many
situations.
people may like Guy de Maupassant, but I don't really like French authors just due to this. I tried even reading Flaubert. I did not like him also. Of course, Guy de Maupassant was the father of short stories. He invented short stories. He was a great writer, no doubt. But, you know, I don't like him.
You didn't find him interesting.
Yes, I
Yeah,
feel
so
I
it only
feel very
happened with you
depressed.
once that you started a book and you left reading. So, or just
Yes,
only once in your life.
only once.
So,
Because
whenever you
if I
start
start a
reading, you
book,
complete all those books.
yes, yes. Because I am prone to one kind of writing style. If I go to suppose a bookstore, if I look at the first page, I read it. If I go to the second page, I'm interested, I'm going to buy that book. Otherwise, I read the first page, I understand the writing style, and I don't go for it.
Oh, so just when you go to bookstore, you read a first page of that book, and if you
Yes,
like it, then you just you
yes.
buy
Now,
it.
now,
Otherwise, you don't want to.
now I
Mhm.
can smell, almost smell.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it's been a long time for you, so you can understand their writing style that from a
Yes,
page
yes,
only. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's good. So now you only go for the books which you like a lot from the like synopsis and the just that first page. Then only you go for it. So that's good because if you somebody is recommending you, maybe like then you wouldn't find it interesting. Because what happens, the taste also differs. Maybe I like something or some writers, but you wouldn't like them.
That's why, I refer a particular book to a student, but I don't really force him to, I don't really make that sound as if I'm compelling that person to read. Because from my perspective, that book can be very good, but from his perspective, that book can be absolute trash.
Yes, exactly. It can be a disaster. Yeah. So yeah, some people like, I think the Mark Manson, right? So Mark Manson, do you know everything is fucked, or the subtle art of not giving a fuck, or something he written?
No, I haven't read him. In fact, I'm hearing about his name for the first time. I haven't
Oh my.
heard about him.
So
Who is
he's
he?
Mark Manson. He's a writer. So, but like what I found,
Uh-huh.
like my friend suggested me to read, but for me, I like it was really difficult to make it understand. He says like negative indirect sentences, that he wouldn't say something directly, but say in a way that it is negative, but you have to take it positive. Something I don't know. So yeah. So basically, you are into other writers. Maybe you're not into that self-help books or something.
I try to tell my students that to, while presenting, try to construct the sentences in a funny manner. For example, I'm a very optimistic person. Now, this sounds cliche, a bit trite. Here you can say, I don't have a negative bone in my body. Sounds funny.
Mhm. Exactly. It is.
That's how you can separate yourself from the mass.
Hmm. Right.
You are a YouTuber, right?
Yes.
Ah, I remember. So, any plan for the future? Do you have anything for the future, or you're just enjoying the moment?
Plan for the future, the same thing, like, as I told you that, like, people say like you can go to other cities, or maybe you can go to like, maybe you can get good opportunities, good money, but I don't feel like going it. So, and second, I want to grow my YouTube channel as much as I can. And second thing, I want to help others with the spoken English. I want to become better as a like, spoken English coach or trainer. So that's how I can get earn money and I can enjoy it. So I don't want to go for something where I get a lot of money, but I wouldn't enjoy it. So that's my plan, is to grow a YouTube channel, help others. I'm pursuing my masters at this moment. So after that, I want to start business. So in future, I can do it offline and online both.
You can go into the corporate world because in the corporate world, I think they also need help in this communication nowadays.
Yes, I'm helping the people who are in corporates, but the same point of time, I don't want to move from here. Same like you. So
No, you can do it
corporate
online
things, maybe
also
I have to
because
go to
after
cities
COVID, I
like
think
Delhi.
everything is happening online.
Online, yes, online I'm doing it. But for offline, I have to move like Delhi, like in a Pune or Bengaluru. Like if I want to work in offline place, but online I'm doing it, so it would be good for me. Like I enjoy doing online, so I don't have to move from here. So,
Okay. So it's good to talk to you. I hope you have enjoyed the session.
yes, yes, for sure. Yeah.
I can suggest you um, a web series. You can watch it. It became very popular in India. House of
Right?
Cards.
Oh, House of.
Yeah, House of Cards.
Okay, House of
It's
Cards.
Kevin
Okay.
Spacey. You will love it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I would
It
try
became
actually.
very, very popular in India.
Mhm.
I think it's time to say quits, is it?
Yes, of course it is. It's already 4:24. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you so much.
I
Mhm.
really enjoyed talking to you
Yeah, same here. It was really nice
because
talking to you.
finding a kindred soul is
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
Take care, son. God bless.
Okay, thank you, sir.